All right, good afternoon, guys. I'm Adrienne. This is my daughter, Caitlin, with your workout for Friday morning or Friday afternoon, depending on what time of day you choose to do this. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to bring this right up to my cameraman, your warm-up that you guys have been doing for a while. No new additions, everything is the same. So we're not going to go through that. We're just going to tell you guys, here's exactly what it is, and you can see your cool down there too. But don't worry, we're going to run through the cool down just in case you're like, okay, what's the difference between the standing calf stretch, or excuse me, the standing quad stretch from the seated quad stretch. So we'll talk about those. So with your warm-up, get that jog going, do your high knees and your butt kicks in that jog before you hit the rest of that warm-up. And also with the hip flexor pulse, remember you have the option, if you are tight, instead of just pulsing it here, if you're really tight in that calf and you know that, you can bring that back to that calf and you can stretch that too. Okay, that's up to you if that's something you want to add in there. But with our workout today, so Caitlin's off the hook for the first one. I'm going to do the first one. And our first one is dumbbell punches. So I know some of you guys have dumbbells, some of you don't. So get creative, okay? If you have a jar of something in the fridge, or even if you have a band, you can take that band, you can wrap it around your hand, have someone hold it in the back, and you can do the same basic motion. If you have nothing at all, you can make these little mini speed rounds. They're still effective. So I have my dumbbells here, and I'm just punching. Now when I punch, I want to hit their face, right? And I want to hit them fist forward, so I'm going to rotate a little when I punch. And I'm just going to punch back and forth. Same thing, first round is 1 minute and 15 seconds. Second round is 45 seconds, all right? So you're going hard for that minute 15, all right? Punch them right in the face, okay? Take all your anger out right there. That's your dumbbell punches. All right, now Caitlin's got Renegade Row 2 push-up. So the push-up is optional. Push-up is always optional with this usually when we do it. So you can do that Renegade Row without the push-up. So I'm gonna have her show you the dumbbell version first. All right, and you can do this on your knees or not on your knees. On your knees, definitely modified. Not on your knees is harder and less modified. So I'm gonna have my cameraman walk around and I wanna show you her angle. I'm gonna look at it, make sure she's got it. I want her shoulders directly over everything else, and I want her to have a 45-degree angle all the way down. Okay, so she's pretty good. I'm gonna scoot your knees out just a little bit. Yep, and now drop your hips a little. There, now she's good. All right, so she's gonna row with one arm, and then she's gonna row with the other arm, then she's gonna come down for her push-up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show them that. So row, row, and then your push-up. Yep, and up. And then now I'm gonna have her take the dumbbells away. And without it, we're still gonna do the row, and we're still gonna do the push-up. So you still get a little scapular activation. Yep, and down, and same thing. So if you don't have weights and you want to make this harder, go ahead and push up to your feet. You don't have to do the yep. You're going to push all the way up to your feet and do those same motions. If you want to make that more modified, back down to your knees, you're going to be at the knees. You can be at the knees with or without weights. You can be all the way up with or without weights. That is your choice on that. All right, so good job. She did a good job on that. Now she's going to show you single leg box squats. So I'm going to have her put a leg on the box. Before she hops up here, you probably don't have a plyo box at home, okay? Most of us don't. I don't actually. But you do have a stoop, a stair, a curb, something else. If you're being careful, you can use the couch, make sure it's steady. Don't want to have any gym fails, okay? For you to use, all right? So I want to make sure her foot is fairly close to the edge. She's going to pop up on one foot before she goes down. Ooh, ooh. Yep, take some balance. You good? Yep. Okay. All right, so she's gonna make sure this is flexed. She's gonna go down as far as she can, and then she's gonna go back up. Yep. Watch your knees on this one. Okay, and with this one, you're gonna do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg, and then you're gonna give yourself 10 seconds of rest. So you don't need to sit there with your watch and count it unless you really want to, but just making sure to give your body a little bit of a rest so you can go back up in there and do it. You still have that whole 1 minute and 15 first round, and then you still have that 45 seconds the second round, but we're giving you a little break to take some pressure off the knee, number one, especially if you tend to go in with the knee, and number two, to help yourself restabilize before you go back into that next set. So that is her single leg squat. Now she's going to show you a half jack back to a full jack. All right, so I'm gonna have you face the camera person. All right, so go ahead and hit that half jack position. All right, so this is her half jack position, and she's gonna go back down. All right, and she's gonna go to full jack, and then she's gonna go back down. Okay, now do it real time. So half, full. And then if we're gonna modify, she knows to step it out instead of to jump it. So let's see that step out. Yep, step, and then high step, and then high step. So you do both sides with the half, both sides with the high. All right, so that is your half jack to full jack. That's how you're gonna see it in the description. And then the lateral band walk. So you can do these with or without a band. It's up to you. Heavy band, light band, medium band, whatever you have. If you have an old TheraBand from physical therapy long ago, you can break that bad boy out, just cut it down, tie it, whatever you gotta do. So I'm gonna give this to Caitlin, let her put that around her legs. Just in case you need something else. Oh, look at you. You don't even need me. Oh, but. All right, so a little bit of space part. Okay, get down into that quarter squat, yep. And then she's going to travel. She's gonna walk lateral, yep. Well, that's a hard band for you, isn't it? It's okay. All right, make sure you're putting tension on the band so you're actually getting some work in the back in that glute med. So you can choose a hallway or whatever you have in your house. If you have to go 6 steps one way and then 6 steps the other way to get your full minute and 15 or your full 45, you can definitely do that. The level of band makes it more difficult. And yes, you can double band these. So if you have a blue band and you're like, okay, that's the hardest band I have, but it's not hard enough, you can take your blue band, you can put it a little bit lower, and then you can take your medium band, you can put it higher, and you can actually double band it to make it harder for you. All right, so you can take that off. There you go. All right, and when I showed her this last one, she said, oh, I don't have to do that one, do I? So I told her I would do this one. She didn't have to do the forever or continual plank. So when you start this one, you can either start high on hands, depending on what you have at home. I know on this turf, it's a little bit more comfortable to be on your hands rather than to be on your forearm. I'm not gonna change the move that much. So you're here or you're here, okay? If I'm up on my high hands, I start here. I am going to turn my entire body to one side. I'm gonna hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, but remember, you got a whole minute 15. Now I'm gonna have my feet this way because this is more stable. If I want a little bit more unstable, I'm gonna stack them, okay? I come back to center. I hold that center another 10 to 15. I'm gonna come back over, woo, on that other side, okay? All right, now, if I was to be down on my elbows, if that is more comfortable for me, I'm down on my elbows, same thing. I'm going to turn. Now you can put your hand up. You cannot put your hand up. That is up to you. We're right here. Hold that 10 to 15 seconds. You're gonna bring it back down. We're just gonna switch and twist. And same thing, 10 to 15 seconds and middle. But you're gonna keep doing that until that minute and 15 is up. So this is gonna feel like it's forever, but it's really good for you. So that is your continual plank, all right? Now I was talking about your cool down and such, but your family time. So it's been beautiful outside and it's supposed to be pretty beautiful for the next few days. So your family time, quarter-mile warm-up, and you don't have to, GPS watch about your neighborhood block. It's around about a fifth or a quarter of a mile. So just run that to warm up, and then you're gonna do 30, 60 sprints. So what that means is 30 seconds you're sprinting, all out effort, 60-second jog, 30-second sprint, 60-second jog. 7 rounds of that, finish it off with another quarter mile, or that block, that neighborhood block, just gentle cool down run, and that is your family time. Now, onto your cool down, because I wanted to make sure all you guys were tracking all of this stuff here. So your interlock hold, or your behind your back hold. You can do this standing, you can do this sitting. So we're gonna be standing for a lot of them. So I'll just go ahead and stand up now. And you're just gonna be behind. My fingers are interlocked, they're straight behind. I'm pulling, and that's it. Just stretching the front of the shoulder. That's all it is, okay? Hold that 15, 20 seconds and release. Now arms out in front is how you're gonna see this one on the page written as, and that's just straight across right here, a little bit for the triceps, upper arms, and you're gonna switch, and you're gonna do the other side. Now standing quad. You can definitely take this one to the ground if you're like, okay, I'm not very stable, I don't have really good balance. But if you do, we're right here, or if you have a chair or something nearby, and this is your standing quad stretch, okay? Standing hamstring stretch. I come out just like when I do my scoop, except for I'm now walking down. I'm just gonna pull on my foot slightly. I'm gonna get most of it in my calf, but I'll get a little bit in my hamstring as well. All right, so that's your standing. And then we also have calf stretch. So we just got a little there, but we'll sit down and we'll get a little bit more, especially because you guys have a couple of rounds and you have those jumping jacks, so you might feel it in your calves quite a bit. All right, so there, 15, 20 seconds roughly. And then last but not least, we have the knee to elbow. We're gonna cross, we're gonna rotate slightly. Okay, you might get a little pop in your back, that's okay as long as there's no pain. 15, 20 seconds, then we switch on to that other side. All right guys, the workout is in the comments section. If you have any questions, let us know. Have a great weekend. Stay happy, stay healthy, and hope to see you guys soon.